Storm Patrol Center to show you what's next.
Well, the worst weather is happening tonight as far as the storm surge goes, all the way from lower Manhattan through the Jersey Shore. You can see on the most recent composite radar view there, and I'm going to expand the view and show you all the rain associated with Sandy in just a moment. Atlantic City is just about where the center came ashore. That's where the storm surge has been very bad throughout the evening. A friend of mine is a television news producer in New Jersey, and I talked with him earlier today. He said, quite honestly, if you get away from the coast, the weather isn't all that bad. Sure, it's rainy. Sure, it's windy. There are a lot of power outages about every 30 to 40 seconds. He says it seems like you see a blue flash in the sky as one of the transformers go out. But the big concern is right along the coastline, from lower Manhattan through the Jersey shores, where the storm surge anywhere from 10 to maybe even 15 feet. My buddy, who's the producer, also said that at this point, everyone's just riding the storm out. They're just going to get up first thing tomorrow morning and see how bad the water damage has been all along the coastline here. Let's show you the bigger perspective, and this is kind of interesting because here's Detroit. If they had played Game 5 of the World Series, it would have been tonight, and they might have had to stop the game about halfway because here are some of the showers making their way through Detroit. Granted, the heaviest rain appears to be just to the east there, but some of those showers extending from Detroit into Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Look at the heavy rain in Pittsburgh. That's why we can't really be that concerned about where the center of the storm is right now, and actually it's no longer officially a hurricane according to the National Hurricane Center. It's lost a lot of its tropical characteristics, but it's still a storm that could contain hurricane force winds through this evening into tomorrow morning. Our temperatures in southwest Florida are already in the 50s, 57 in Clewiston, 58 in LaBelle. This is all cool air that's moving down into the Florida Peninsula on the backside of Sandy. It's also a little bit breezy with our winds at 10 to even 18 miles per hour. And tomorrow when you get up, that wind will be at about 10 miles per hour, so the temperatures are actually going to feel a few degrees cooler than the thermometer indicates. Also, the air very, very dry. Relative humidity in the afternoon in the 20 to 25% ranges. Right now, the dew points are in the low 40s. They should stay in the 40s throughout the day tomorrow. Now, here's your day part forecast that includes one little curveball. A couple of sprinkles possible at 8 a.m. We have a strong northwesterly wind over the warmer Gulf of Mexico. So we have warm, humid air in the Gulf that's going to be coming onshore first thing in the morning. Obviously, the air is going to be cooler and drier over the land. So as those two air masses meet, a couple of very light showers are possible first thing in the morning. Obviously, once we warm things up, that chance for rain out of the forecast, and it's not going to be like you'll need an umbrella for any of those showers tomorrow. Mostly sunny and breezy at noon, mostly sunny and breezy at 5 o'clock. Here's the satellite view. I'm going to cycle through it, and you'll see that the center of the storm was here. Started picking up speed throughout the day, coming ashore close to Atlantic City at about 8 o'clock this evening. Now it does not look like any sort of a tropical system. However, the rain bands extending well from the center. Strongest winds are going to be occurring tonight. They should be getting lighter by tomorrow morning, but this is still going to be a storm, and this is the last forecast track that we have for you because it's no longer an official hurricane. But all this weather, well, it's going to gradually become stationary, then start to make its way to the northeast. And then as we get to Wednesday and Thursday, the main concern is going to be rain. High tide occurring here in the last couple of hours from Atlantic City up through lower Manhattan. Lower Manhattan, where the East River and the Hudson River converge, they could have a storm surge anywhere from 10 to 12 to maybe even 15 feet, and that's occurring right now. Those heavier rains are going to make their way a little farther inland throughout the day on Tuesday before it takes that right-hand turn. Tomorrow morning, we'll start with 45 in Palmdale, 45 in Moorhaven, 46 in Lakeport. That's jacket weather. I don't care who you are. 43 in Arcadia. Now closer to the coast, it's going to be warmer thanks to the Gulf, but these are the locations where we could see a sprinkle. Punta Gorda, 51 for you. We'll be at 53 in Estero, and a cooler 51 to start the day in Golden Gate. Northwesterly winds for the boaters at 20 knots. Baying in the water is going to be choppy in the exposed areas. Sprinkle possible first thing in the morning tomorrow. Coolest morning is going to be tomorrow morning. Coolest afternoon is going to be tomorrow afternoon. Then a nice little warming trend, so our Halloween should be just right. Probably won't need a jacket, won't be too hot either, quite obviously. And then some more cool air moving into southwest Florida just in time for what should be a very pleasant weekend. That's a look at your Storm Patrol forecast.